You stepping on my territory, Chad? I see that
We
paw
have new
print.
Fox News polling on this showing that only 35% of Americans approve
So,
of
the
President
playbook
Biden's
we
handling
left them.
of
Okay.
immigration. For more on the
Oh,
situation at
okay,
our
give
southern
me your
border, let's
T10
bring in
on
former acting Homeland
GPT-3,
Security
right? I
Secretary
mean, it's like
Chad Wolf. Mr.
some
Secretary,
kind of the
thank you for
decision-making
taking
process, not
time.
necessarily that
The
it's right or
developments
wrong,
here
but
with
somewhere's in
Secretary
the explanation
Mayorkas,
flat
who
path
now has a
of
job he
explaining
once
what you were
held,
doing to
really
the
saying
decision
one
of the
thing behind
resistance
closed
and
doors in
physics
terms of
that you're
admitting the
getting.
crisis. What do you make of it?
How could anybody make a decision? We got all think the same way about where this thing is going to go in a few years. Right? Trajectories. You're going to get out here. Do I need to bust out the math book right now? I'll do it.
And I think it's
I'll do it.
certainly not the right way to communicate. I think you need to be upfront with the American people in describing the crisis that's going on there and how it's impacting and what the system can
Incongruency.
take and what it cannot take. It
I
is
just want
certainly
to slip it in
unsustainable.
here
We have
to
been
some
saying that,
Bernoulli stuff.
for 7 months.
This
We
being
knew
that
this. We
black
briefed the
hole
Biden
to catch
administration coming in. We
photospheres
saw these
from behind it
numbers,
on
that were going
infected
to explode if they
positions
took
of
down certain
cerebros,
programs and policies.
they would graph by basic numbers. Well, I droided it. Did a button class to figure out XY toggles. Now they know toggles. Now they know buttons in one day. And what the timeline on that sequence is, start tearing those things down. Bernoulli's functional analysis in a day. Here's a chalkboard, slides up, slides down. Kind of moves in and out of what I'm presenting all at once because it changes momentum. Otherwise, First Amendment, right?
Yeah, it's again, it's quite remarkable some of their comments that they will say.
Which border? I was like, MLS is making why wouldn't it be a boot camp that does Mexicans to watch a guard and learn American, get shots turned in on early indexes of the Mexican border? Just trained to be hot. Case to be the system boot camp and the 90-day method of getting that college NP orders of students to go through in a local lodge, prison adjustment. You go back through that. Don't care where you're from, Mexico, China, Russia. Stop moving. Because American industrial monster. This thing over here rolling through about the cosmonaut or the astronaut, Navy SEAL. Some kid rolling through, 8th grade, champion chess player, putting in some numbers, 10,000 hours, just grinding through.
As far as the surge that we're seeing down there on the border, and along with that,
got time with kids, that's a bit of the freedom on the index of it, but it still goes multi-matrix of the chess game with teams players. It's like, well, this building, this building, this building, this whole valley after this building, this building, this building. So that's the problem. Now I've recognized that problem to be a solution. That solution, therefore, trajectories on a multi-head hydra.
Really doesn't tell the full story. If you look there, almost 19,000 unaccompanied children, almost 83,000 are family units. The only thing close to comparative
go out there and you'll grab one and you drag it back for Keter meat, and now holy crap, look at that thing.
Single Mexican adults coming for a job. Add to it COVID.
Well, it's not that it solved the problem, but it took it out a little bit on the numbers, didn't it? People were like, okay, that's cool, we agree with the trajectory. I look at Yemen or China or any kind of... It's like, it's not China. It's like they have the good battery effect. Where weren't they? Wuhan Beach on a mess of a blood-spilled area, all upside down on India on a system. I don't blame those people. I would give them easy passage under the system. There'll be a few gatekeepers and names that come up for electromagnetism, stand out with a 42 over your head. I'm coming through being Karen, I'm big, and I had questions. Well, that comes through the desk, right? Couldn't make it through the office, gauntlet, take you down.
Mr. Secretary, I want to ask you just in the last 30 seconds or so we have about this new DHS
over here too, and muons going off. Just
before as we approach the 9/11 20-year anniversary, but it also even brings up people that may not want to get vaccinated or wear masks. They say is perceived government restriction.
I have something. They don't understand this. I have something valuable to you.
Well, I think DHS is overutilizing the bulletin to begin with. I think they've issued now 3 of them in a 7-month period. You can certainly warn about the anniversary of 9/11.
Do it anyways. I'll sit in isolation and tell you freedom on the other index.
Very mindful about that and mindful about certain attacks that could occur around that anniversary. But once you start talking about COVID,
now what'd you miss on the index? Why I might want to stick around, or it doesn't fucking matter whether I do that when it's inside my box.
And as they should, if you continue continue to issue these every couple of months. And so
taxes on taxation by representation. Started to be the Delaware River, on the river, about the Nile, and Solomon's Dragon, right? Like, this guy starts talking in there, Pharaoh, you're going to need to pay me a little bit better.
Chad Wolf, thank you very much, sir.